Hey, my fellow believers. I'm getting on here today, y'all, because I am watching or finished watching this movie called Fallen from like the 90s, I think, with Denzel. And for those of you who haven't seen it, it's essentially about Denzel. He's a detective, and he's trying to solve this case where dealing with a malevolent spirit. And in the movie, basically, the spirit is trying to torment him by just following him around in his everyday life and trying to get closer and closer to him and closer to his family, to hurt him and people around him, and frame him for crimes that he did not commit. And so all throughout the movie, this spirit is jumping from person to person, essentially. And if it's not a person, it's able to kind of like travel through air and space and get to another person. So I guess I should have said before that when it goes from person to person, it's through touch, when people touch each other. But yeah, it's essentially the spirit is like following him around, trying to get to him, trying to hurt those around him. And the entire time I'm watching this movie, I just couldn't stop thinking to myself, that spirit wouldn't have had no chance around me. Wasn't getting in me, wasn't getting in my house. Because at one point in time, it like came through his window or something. Like he kept trying to keep like doors and windows and stuff closed. And y'all, when I tell you I just anointed my house today, which is literally the whole point of my video. If you don't know Jesus, you need to get to know him. Welcome him in your life and in your spirit and in your soul and in your body. Because where the Spirit lies, where Holy Spirit lies, where Jesus and God, if they abide in you and you abide in him, where they abide, evil cannot come. So when we see all these movies about, a spirit taking over somebody's body and stuff like that, that can't happen to believers. God and evil cannot exist in the same dwelling. He is literally your covering, y'all. And that's the same thing with your home. When I went around and anointed my house today, I said, Lord, no evil spirit is allowed in here. This is your house. Everything I own belongs to you. There will not be an evil spirit in here, and there's no vessel that can carry it in here. Evil is not allowed in here. And I just couldn't help thinking as I was watching the movie, I'm like, these people are just not protected. Because the spirit was just jumping around person to person. I'm like, that spirit, it would have got to me and bounced right off. I don't know if y'all remember a little while ago, and I actually might do a video on it, but there was a TikTok going around about a teacher who was a witch, and she was throwing darts at children in her classroom. And she was talking about her experience doing this, and she was talking about that there were some children that she would throw darts at, that their parents had them so protected the darts would bounce right back at her. When I tell you, you not only need to protect your children that way, but yourself and your home and your things, you need to be divinely protected and covered, y'all. And the only way to do that is to have the Spirit of God on the inside of you. So yeah, that's the word today. If you don't know God, you need to get to know him. Receive him into your heart. Receive your salvation. Because there is a very real devil out there doing very real work. And you need to be protected. And to all my believers, make sure that you are constantly protecting yourself. Alright, that's it and that's all. And this movie wasn't that bad if y'all want to check it out. But make sure that you are protected even in watching movies like that, because there are certain spirits that cling to even the things that you watch. See y'all.